What's going on, everybody? My name is Kells and I smell really good. And today, man, we're going to be talking about Qaed Fursan Untamed. I know I'm a little bit late to the party. This is a rag store find. Let's get into it. So yeah, guys, before we get into the review for Qaed Fursan Untamed, I would like you to do me a favor and go ahead and check out my website. It's kellsmells.com, where you can sample almost any fragrance in my collection. Any that are not available, just DM me on Instagram, kellsmellstv, and I will list them for you. Okay, guys, so yeah, I was at Burlington. I actually had the footage of it, but I accidentally deleted it. Not a big deal anyways, just me in a rag store. But I was in Burlington. I was looking around. It was really dry, to be honest. I didn't really find anything. And I was like, damn, bro, like this kind of sucks. You know, I hate going to a rag store and not being able to find anything. But I kept looking, and sure enough, I saw this Qaed Fursan Untamed. Now, if you're familiar with this line, this bottle looks pretty much exactly like the original Qaed Fursan, which is a nice pineapple fragrance. This one's just brown. What this is cloning is Versace Eros Najim, which, if you haven't smelled it, I'm not surprised because it was a Middle Eastern exclusive up until recently. But if you go check your Sephora's, the Versace Eros Najim is available at Sephora, at least mine. I had decanted that fragrance right when it came out, so I'm pretty familiar with the way it smells. And actually, I literally just went to Sephora the other day and smelled Najim again. And I think it was the same day I found this, to be honest. So I'm pretty familiar with what Najim smells like. Now we'll talk about this. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, this thing gives me a headache though. I don't know why. I think just some of the Eros DNA just gives me headaches. It smells great, but something about it, I don't know, it's cloying to me, and I've just noticed I get like pressure type of headaches when with Eros fragrances. I don't know why. Especially Eros Flame. I do think they smell amazing. I will say this is pretty close when it comes down to just pure scent. This stuff is pretty close. Eros Najim kind of, to me, smells like the original Eros, the Eros EDP. It's got that vanilla, minty vanilla, apple type of feel. And this Eros Najim, well, this isn't Eros Najim. This Qaed Fursan Untamed, it has that same Eros DNA, but there's an oud note in there with it in this one. And it's not like a heavy oud. It's just got like this slight Middle Eastern touch with the oud and caramel. This one, it's got a thick caramel sweetness, especially in the opening. In the oud as well, it kind of goes away throughout the fragrance. It's really mainly just there in the opening, to be honest with you guys. One thing I'll say about this fragrance though, and by the way, I paid $19.99 at Burlington, so not bad. But thing doesn't perform that well to me, unless I'm going nose blind to it. I really don't know. But just in my experience, I feel like this is something you got to spray heavy, but then it gives me a headache, so I don't know. Seems like this went away though. I was wearing it earlier. My friend was like, that smells good, and it's really strong, whatever you're wearing. That was within about an hour and a half of me wearing it, so not surprised. But like I said, unless I'm going nose blind, I don't know. I just don't think this performs super well. You might get 5 hours out of it, maybe. Once again, this is brand new though, and it might just need to mature or macerate, as y'all like to say. It might just need to mature a little bit. I love the magnetic cap though, we love that. But once again, when it comes down to like how close it is to Eros Najim, I would give it in that 90% range. I mean, it smells like it. It really does. It's pretty much down to a T. But here's the thing though too. When I wore Eros, like I said, I had a decant of it. When I wore it, it wasn't that strong on me either. So maybe this DNA, I either go nose blind to it or it's just not that strong. I'm not sure. But all in all, it's a nice fragrance. Very sweet, bubblegummy, appealing. There is an oud touch, but it's nothing. It's serious, guys, and it goes away pretty quick. Then you're pretty much just left with like a vanilla caramel type of thing, to be honest, just with that Eros DNA. That's really what I'm getting with this Qaed Fursan Untamed. So it's nice, especially for $19.99. I would recommend it. Some of you might like it a little more than me. I like it. It's just not, I give it like, to be honest with y'all, I think it's like a 6.5 out of 10 in that range. It's just nothing really crazy, nothing mind-blowing, but it smells nice. That's going to do it for tonight's video, man. I hope you guys found this useful. If you like fragrance content and you're not already subscribed, please consider dropping a sub. And if you want to keep smelling really good, make sure you keep tuning in.
Designer on my neck and my hands now. Put Versace on my neck, ears bust down.